Narsimlu sir, there are so many people. They have not logged in properly, sir. R5, U not. And also some student named Positive Energy has joined. Don't know who is. Yes, can you just rename?
Sanjay. Who is Sanjay? Rename your ID.
Narsimlu sir, someone is there as Positive Energy. Shall I remove him, sir?
Yes, madam. I think he has not joined with audio, so he's unable to listen. I will send a
Sir,
message on it.
many people are not connected to audio. I also messaged. T7 also. Sir, T7 is not joining.
Ramya.
No, Ramya is not joining to audio, ma'am. I messaged her also. Even Sai Krishna T1
Sai
also.
Krishna also.
Yes, ma'am.
I have sent an SMS to Ramya.
Good morning, class. Good morning, faculty members and PPT coordinators. Huh?
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
Yeah, we will speak something while we wait for the others to join in or whatever changes has to happen. Class continuing with change management. Today, the agenda would be that we will speak about the rest part of the change management. There'll be a assessment sheet wherein you'll be given a questionnaire. It is 24 minutes of 24 questions of questionnaire. Say about 15 to 20 minutes will be given out to you. It's English. It's just assessing yourself and granting marks. So there's nothing called correct or wrong answers in it. It is just about how you feel at the present junction. So all instructions has been given. You will solve the questionnaire. After that, I'll speak to some of you to ask you how much of assessment have you got. Then I'll also display the parameters on what it has been done, how it is going to help, what is the analysis of the questionnaire. In the later part of, once that is done, later part of the day, with the remaining time, we will go into the next module called as ordering of sentences. Ordering of sentences was previously called as parajumbles. It is one of the most important module asked in the written test during your campus placement. So almost all the companies that visit your campus, that is Wipro, Cognizant, Capgemini, TCS, HCL, Infosys, have parajumble questions. 1 or 2 questions coming out, so it is just about practice. And there is a level 1, level 2, level 3 of questionnaire that will be done. That will be done probably on Monday. Post that, you'll have a test during the 6 to 8 class on Monday, wherein you will have this parajumble test given out. Tonight, I will forward the, I hope all of you have received the resume building notes yesterday. Tonight, I'll forward the change management notes along with the assessment that we're going to do now with all details. You'll receive it tonight or tomorrow also. And Monday, we'll be going out to ordering of sentences. Okay, that's going to be the agenda for the day and taking it forward. Before we go, I just want to tell another story about change management, just to understand how it is. Yesterday, I'm not sure, I spoke here, I suppose that I spoke about a gentleman by name John Paul Warren. John Paul Warren was a motivational guru. He made a quote that is very inspiring. Well, at least to me, it is very inspiring. It makes a lot of sense. It gives me a lot of strength. He says, belief has the power to change inner state and your outer world. You know, when you believe in yourself, you can change a lot of things for yourself. And Mahatma Gandhi's quote says about it, if you want change to happen, you be the one to do it first. So believing something will change your inner thoughts, or it will change your perception or perspective of looking at options. Once you are able to break away from the mindset and apply a change to yourself, probably you can also see the change being applied in the outside world. Most of us make this mistake that we want great changes happening to us, but we don't apply that changes ourselves. You know, many people tell about I studied from a Telugu medium background, so I find English difficult. Now, I'm very sure that the parents also studied in a Telugu medium background. They found English very difficult. They were not working in this one. And their parent started working with, say, about 150, 200 rupees of salary or 500 rupees of salary to begin with. Right now, they're earning 20 to 25,000 rupees. Now, if you also are going to tell the same reasons your parents gave, if you are also going to tell the same things that do the same thing that your parent did, if you are also going to learn the same things the way that your parents did, and you're also going to start earning the same way your parents did, then what is the difference in living in an era of the 21st century? What is the use of attending college, this kind of colleges, this kind of treatment, this kind of classrooms, this kind of lessons, having an internet which your parents never had, having a phone that your parents never had, having a textbook that your parents never had? So you have been given better forms. That means you have to change to be better than what your parents were. At the same time, again, sticking on to the same culture, religion, thought process that your forefathers had, and not evolving from that, is also that you're avoiding change and you're not believing the system over there. When the whole world is looking at artificial intelligence, performing drones, looking at scientific things, you can't just go and tell about it. You wash clothes with Ariel, people will fall in love with you. You spray deo sprays on your body, girls will follow you. All those will be stupid, but we have to change this mindset of ours, how we can make it better. So John Paul Warren's statement made a difference. Belief has the power to change your inner state and your outer world. With this, I want to just go with a corporate story that happened, where an office literally did this and it made a lot of impact in the office. Corporate offices normally have exclusive training program they organize it out of their offices, spend a lot of money such that the employees learn the difference about how things are, how they can be better forms, how they can be better people. So they do this. So this office did this whole activity as a learning process for its employees. And it was like this, that when one fine morning, that is, let's assume the Monday morning, all the employees came to the office and just excuse me for a minute, please. Okay,
Madam,
sorry
who
about
is-
that. Sorry
I'm
about that.
Sir,
Sorry, sir.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sir,
Yes,
16 series 4G0 M Abhinav, from which section he is belongs to?
16 series.
16 4G0 Abhinav.
Section 6, sir.
Section 6.
Okay, madam. Okay, madam.
All okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So they did this in office one fine morning on, say, about a Monday morning, when
Yeah, please carry on.
on a Monday morning when everybody reached their office, they found a notice at their individual board, or say about in their cabin, the cubicle, upon their system. There was a notice pasted. In the notice, a simple message was written: the person who's been stopping your growth in this organization passed away yesterday. You are invited to join the funeral tomorrow. So it was just written like this, that the person who was stopping your growth in this company died yesterday. So you are invited to the funeral tomorrow. This is what was written. Many people felt sad that somebody in the office died, but inner they were feeling good that the guy who was stopping my promotion, my increase of salary, my growth in this company is dead, thankfully. So though they were feeling it, they were not telling it, but facial reactions were shown. So, and nobody had any clue about who that person was, who was the person who died. So everybody went to the funeral. Okay. There was almost close to, say, about 75 employees, and all the 75 were standing in a queue to see who was this guy who stopped all this growths of 75 people in the company. Near the coffin where the dead body was placed, coffin is a box in which the dead body was placed, there was a guy standing who was allowing only one by one people to walk in. Not everybody could go directly and see. So one by one people walked in. So everybody went. Each one of them, when they went near the coffin and saw who was inside the coffin, they felt very odd. They was left speechless. They felt very shocked in silence. They were kind of, felt somebody touching their soul or treating them. They were very shocked to see that. And everybody then went away and stood in a corner. All the 75 gathered, and all the 75 spoke to each other, because when the 75 people saw who was in the coffin, there was a mirror that was placed. There was a mirror, and in the mirror, next to it, in the mirror, there was another signboard that was kept, or a paper, where it was written: there is only one person who's capable of setting limits to your growth. And below, near the mirror where the face could be seen, it was written YOU. There is only one person who is capable to set the limits to your growth. Below it was written YOU. Now, when each one of them saw inside the coffin, they saw the mirror. Obviously, they saw themselves, and it was written: there is only one person who is capable of setting limits. That is you. Everybody was shocked. A lot of people understood the truth. Yes, I am the one who can set limits to myself, because we always put a bracket telling this is my capacity even before we do. Probably it is because our forefathers made this mistake of comparing their children to others. So our grandfathers did the same thing, our parents did the same thing, that they compared us with somebody else. Now, we can't blame them. That is all they know. That is their education, that is their capacity. But today I am in a better spot with a lot of facilitation happening to me. I have better teachers, I have better infrastructure, I have better learning processes, I have better classrooms, I have better internet, I have better textbooks, I have better facilities, which has to make a change of me being different than what my parents were. Obviously, people accept, don't accept. We know more than what our parents know. Unfortunately, in this country, it does not acknowledge much, but we know definitely more than our parents know. Unfortunately, that knowing that we know more than parents know, we are not utilizing it better. We are not utilizing it better. So the first person to blame if something is going wrong with you is yourself, because you're not doing something that has to make them. You should realize you're the only person who can influence your own happiness, your own satisfaction, your own realization, your own gratitude, everything. You're the first person to influence. If you're not influencing anybody else, nobody will do, because you already went into another box and closed yourself and sitting there without making difference in your life. Your life does not change when your friends, your teachers, your bosses, your colleagues, or anybody tells you. Your life changes when you want to change. How much ever I tell about it, please do, it is not going to help. It is only when you think you have to do something important, your life will change. And believe me on this, many great personalities became great because they changed the way they were. When you get defeated and feel about it, when you feel pain, when you fail, you feel about it and tell about it, okay, I failed, and feel self-sympathy is the day you die, and you'll die a failure. It is the day that you have to start thinking that, no, I am not going to let this failure let me down. I want to do different. Anybody's opinion should not matter. Whatever anybody is giving opinion about you should not matter. It's because it is you. It's your life and you're the boss of it, and you do direction to do it. I always used to tell my students, I'm telling it to you too. There would have been faculties, HODs, or teachers, anybody who would have criticized you once upon a time, telling about it, you're good for nothing, or your uncle did, your parents did, your relatives did. Anybody could have done. But imagine the day you get an offer letter, all those things will come to standstill, because you prove to them that you're not what they think you are. Yes, maybe there was a situation which made them think like that, and it is you who will help them change that perspective. So it is you who's responsible for everything that has happening around you. So you get an offer letter, all of them are happy with you because they know they were a part of your systematic approach towards a system to be successful in that. So all negatives are forgiven. Success is the most important ingredient in life. If success isn't there, we've forgotten very soon. We are. Maybe all of us understand what all we could do, how we could be somebody else. It is important to be something to somebody else. I mean, think about like this, that we would have grown listening to our father and mother telling stories about how they made it in life. Now you tell me, what kind of stories will you tell to your children? Are you going to tell lies, or are you going to tell truth? If you're going to tell the truth, change now to be better than what you are, such that you can tell the truth. Otherwise, you will be just common man who was born, who lived, who died. And nobody will remember you, whatever it is later. So become something. If your father is right now having a salary of 25,000 rupees, your starting salary should be more than that today. That is when you can take care of all the necessities that is taken care. Live the life that you dreamt about to do it. If you don't do, it is just going to be one picture. We saw 3 hours of imagination, we saw 3 hours of fantasy, and then forgot it and came back to reality. That is not life. So I just want to tell you that continue with the same thing, going beyond your limiting beliefs. You realize you are the only one responsible for your life. So it is, do that. And there was a beautiful thing my father used to tell long time back. It has been written again and again, different ways. If an egg is broken from an outside force, life ends. If an egg is broken from an inside force, life begins. If an egg is broken from an outside force, life ends. If it is broken from an inside force, it begins. So it means to say about change has to be bought in from the inner self. The first person to change in anything that has to happen should be you. Then you can see that the whole world is changing along with you. If you don't, you'll never see the changes that's happening around you. You will just be left over there. Great things always begin from inside. Believe in yourself. That is the last line. Thank you for listening. that's the end of the story. Just wanted to tell these things before we go there. I want any one person to read out some slides that I'm going to show. It'll be a series of quotes written about change management. So if you can read out, if this necessary, I'll stop and explain what it is about. After that, we'll go to your questionnaire. Okay, can I have a volunteer who will read the slides, please? Anybody? Anybody, can you help me with reading the slide? Sorry, I have to find where it is. That's not the one. Sorry, give me a second, please. By then, if a volunteer can come forward and speak about themselves, I'll find the file. Okay, do I see anybody coming forward to say I will do?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. Who's speaking? I'm sorry.
Sir, I'm Janvi, sir.
Yeah, Janvi. Hi. Will you read out Janvi?
Sure, sir.
Thanks again, Janvi. Thank you very much. Okay, are you saying the share, Janvi?
Yes, I am.
Okay, wherever it's necessary, I'll stop you and explain. Otherwise, we'll continue. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Janvi. Okay, this is the next slide.
Be alert for the first sign of change. Develop your early warning system.
Okay, I'm sorry. It is actually signed, Janvi. Okay,
Yes.
now please. Continue.
Be alert for the first sign of change. Develop your early warning system.
I would like to remind about something that happened a week or 3 weeks back, I suppose, about locust attack happening in the northern part of India. You know, when warnings were given about locust attack to Pakistan, they didn't take it seriously. And unfortunately, a lot of crops and vegetations were spoiled. Locust is a fly, which is actually close to, say, about 5 or 6 inches big. It just eats and eats and eats away all vegetables from underneath, everything. I mean, if a locust comes in huge amount of flies together, they just go there and finish off. You can type locust on your mobile phone and see the picture. Now, this locust attack was warned. Pakistan did not take it seriously. It demolished half of the country's vegetation. India got an early sign. There was a warning system came in. So they were ready, but still they could not stop. Almost 50,000 acres of land was spoiled because of that. Now, recently, 3 days back, a possible locust attack on Telangana has been done. Hopefully that the government is ready. This is what is called as an early warning system. So you should be alert to the first signs of the warning that comes in over there and adapt to the changes accordingly. Now, initially when the first case that Wuhan announced that there was a pandemic called Corona, people were only laughing here, telling Corona, and teasing about it, making it. Somebody made a TikTok telling about it is not Corona, it's Corona. All those things were done. And the bigger countries which are more economically stronger than us, like Russia, Germany, or Spain, US, all those people did not take it seriously, did not take good measures in over there. Obviously, a lot of death happened, a lot of negatives went happen over there. Thankfully, India took it very seriously. India was also appreciated with the way it adapted to the changes, implemented lockdown, implemented social distancing, all things were brought in. So that is, being aware of the change that is supposed to happen and adapting to those things. So that is how we have to be looking at change, understanding change properly, and adapt to that such that it is going to be acting as a warning system for us to be prepared for something that negative will happen. Today, probably not many deaths in this heavily populated country, not many positive things because of the changes that was implemented soon. But yes, some people did not take it seriously. Even in the country, some people did not treat it properly. They were more feeling important to do things that was not actually important. unfortunately, the pandemic rose. Now here, somebody had written in news. It was a nice way. They told the seriousness that we had when we had 1,000 cases, we don't have it when you have 100,000 cases. So obviously that's why every day the race was happening out. Otherwise, seeing the first change of signs of change and accepting is very important. Then with the second slide now.
Anticipate change even when things are going right.
Exactly. Once the moment everything is nice, if you're going to stop thinking, it is bad. Example, lockdown people behaved, lockdown 2 people behaved, lockdown 3 people stopped behaving properly. 4 they took it light. The moment some relaxation come in, they got too relaxed. I see a lot of people walking around without masks. The malls have been opened. Malls have deserted look, but people still go. Eateries were not supposed to be there. They were not supposed to sit and eat, but people are doing it. Dining was not allowed. Only passes were allowed, but people are allowed. So if the moment things are a little right and you think about it, okay, it is already fine, and immediately you think on, okay, let's do this. I still remember this part when the chief prime minister had announced that I want all of you to stay indoor for the first day, first lockdown, stay indoor for the first day. At 5 o'clock, please clap or thali bajao. People at 5 o'clock came in big numbers as if India won World Cup and came running together and did all this thali bajao and all the things. The whole purpose of staying at home from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock was lost in 5 minutes, and the pandemic rose. So even when things looks nice, you should still be anticipating whatever change is going to come and work according to the changes that are getting implemented. Next slide, Janvi.
Always look at the opportunities that change represents.
Yeah, change doesn't always bring discomfort. It also brings in a lot of opportunities, how well we can get things to do. For example, the change that the lockdown gave us, it was very difficult for most of us. When we adopted the change, the nature cured itself. Mother Earth was curing itself because human beings were behaving properly. We were not driving our vehicles and giving pollution. We were not driving our vehicles to make noise pollution. We were not throwing things here and there. We were not doing about it. Wild animals had a peaceful life. Greenery became more. Ozone layer became better. And most of the biggest thing is that the melting of the ice cubes had reduced. The melting of this is coming out of water was reduced. The the ozone layer was stronger enough, and the radiations had reduced over there. So nature has its own ways of punishing people and also curing itself when it's necessary. So the lockdown helped a lot of people about how they could be better. There's been an extension of close to 17% of increase in Gir forest in Gujarat of lions growth, because things were there. Hunting had stopped. So a lot of things came in. So that was the opportunities we can change. We can see in this lockdown that happened. Next slide, Jambi.
Do not allow routines to become chains.
Exactly. Don't allow a process of mindset to let you that it has to be this way only. Very long ago, somebody had told, one guy in a previous class told about it. I often used to see as a young guy, as a child, that whenever money falls down, my parents used to take it in their hand, touch it to their forehead near the eyes, and politely put it in their pocket. I saw my neighbors do it. I saw many people do it. And when I was young, I see one guy fall down from a bike and nobody lifted him. Everybody was scolded him, telling the way you're doing this. The respect they had for that money, they didn't have for a human life. So it's a chain process. We go through, this is how it has to be dealt with, that will be done. I had my uncle who told about it. I went through a lot of hardship to be where I'm today. So why should I give you everything easy? You also go through the hardship. So that is not necessary. You can teach better lessons in a different way. You can definitely teach people in a better way. A bad man should not be always treated bad because he doesn't know anything other than bad. I'm not telling go show your other cheeks. At least don't treat him bad. Let him go. It's okay. It's okay. Somebody became like that. It's because he was following and he did not adapt to change. We can be better off. That's the thing to say. Thank you. Janvi, next slide.
Realize that fear of the unknown is natural.
Exactly. So whatever we don't know about is a natural thing to do. As a child, we were shown darkness and told that is devil. So that is devil to us. How we going to make a difference is that unnatural, that unknown things is always fearful to us. So go accept that unknown, accept that change that is happening to you, and stop feeling the fear.
Keep renewing yourself.
Exactly, it is like that subscription you people keep doing for your digital. What do you call all these things? This Prime, Netflix. What do you call those things? I don't know what it's called. Digital movie, whatever, or TV, whatever you do. Like how you renew, you have to renew yourself. You're a subscription of the biggest one. You have to feel good about yourself. Continue.
Surround yourself with people who are open to change.
Yeah, surround yourself with good people who are accepting the changes that's happening, such that they can tell you the positives. If you surround yourself with people who don't care about what good is happening around, then those people will be telling you that it is of no good and you'll continue being no good. It is just about where you have to look down and lift people to your level, look up and go up to that level. Don't feel jealous about people who are above you. Don't insult people who are below you. Next, please.
Play to win. Do your best and leave the rest.
This is the most important factor. Change is constant and results is never in your hands. Do what you have to do and do it with the purpose of winning. Results will happen automatic. Even after your best effort, if you fail, you know what not to do next. Failure teaches the biggest and the best lessons of how to succeed better. So don't worry about your failure, worry about what to learn from it. When you succeed, look furthermore to succeed again. One success is not enough. Don't stop yourself. So it is to look further to be better again and again. So play to win, do the best, leave the rest. Stop worrying about results. Thank you, Janvi. That's the end of it. Thanks a lot for your help. We will go further. The next part that we're going to do is a questionnaire. And in this questionnaire, there are 24 questions, as I told you. And I'm stopping the share. We will go to this questionnaire, and I will give you, say, about 20 minutes of time to do this questionnaire. Okay. And just a second, I'm going to share it to you. I'll show it to you and explain better. Okay, hope you're seeing this questionnaire. Okay, it has got 24 questions, and you'll have to read each one of them and decide upon what is the reaction that you have to do. Circle that part. Okay, you decide on. Now, for example, there is response keys here, which says entirely true, largely true, slightly true, largely untrue, and entirely untrue. I'll make this entirely in the bracket. I'll put across something as, sorry, I moved away, sorry. Okay, I'll try to, I can't write. I'll go back to my, okay. Entirely true is called as completely true. Largely true is called as mostly true. And slightly true is called 50-50. Next, the entirely untrue is mostly not true, and largely untrue is mostly not true, and entirely untrue is completely untrue. So for example, I will tell you this ninth question here. I am sure this whole thing will blow over soon. That means this whole thing called lockdown or pandemic will blow over soon. Now, if you feel it will blow over soon, if you really feel it is blow over soon, you will write 5 as the answer. That is entirely true. If you think mostly it will blow over soon, then it will be 4. That is largely true. If you feel no, it is not going to go away, it is completely false statement, then it is 1. Mostly it will go away, it's a true statement, it is 2. 50-50 will be 3. I hope you understood that this is how you're going to grade there. Okay, I'll give another example. I'll take the example of 13. I don't have any feelings about the change. Now, if you're going to tell this, I don't have any feelings about the change, and if it is true that you don't feel, okay, what changes, this pandemic is there, I don't feel any necessary to change about the pandemic, then you have to write 5. If you feel, yes, I can understand this is the biggest change that has come to our life, then you have to write 1. In between will be the point. Mostly yes, 2. Mostly yes, it is 4. Mostly no, it is 2. 50-50 is going to be 3. That is how you're going to write your answers. This, please put a hyphen next to your question here and write that marks. And take it slow, read properly, read English properly, understand. Please ask if you don't understand. I'll explain the question to you and you can mark. I'll give you 15 minutes of time. After 15 minutes, we'll see what we could do that. Please let me know if you finish before that, it's okay. But 15 minutes later, we'll go to the next process of analyzing your response. Okay. Okay. Any doubt you can ask me now. Otherwise, you can start the questionnaire. Hope you understood the explanation I gave. Did you?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. Thank you. If you understood, well and good. Thank you. Please start. Please start. I'm turning off the video for some time. Please do ask me if you did not understand any sentences. I'll explain to you. And see the whole purpose of this as a lockdown and pandemic. Janvi is asking, what is the 12th point? I'll read out. Just a minute, please. Okay, it's not shown here, I suppose. I will reduce the font size. Give me a second. Just a second, people. I'm closing it for a minute. Are you able to see all the questions? Yeah. Jan, you want me to explain the question, or you are not able to see it? Okay, thank you. Pratyusha, which question? Can you explain the question again? Which question, Pratyusha? Nagarjun, mute your video. Nagaraju, mute your video, please. Okay, which question should I explain, Pratyusha? Pratyusha, which question should I explain? Okay, any question you take, you have to rate it accordingly. I gave an example of the ninth question. I'm sure this whole thing will blow over soon. When we say blow over soon, that means it will go away. If you feel that this whole thing will go away, definitely it will go away, then you have to give 5. Mostly it will go away, you'll have to give 4. 50-50, it might go away, it might not go away, you'll have to give 3. Okay, mostly it will not go away, you'll have to give 2. Definitely it will not go away, you have to give 1. Are you clear? Understood? Okay, somebody's audio is on, it's giving a lot of disturbance. Would you please mute it? I'll be back in a second. Go slow, read once or twice, understand it well, and then answer. If there's any doubt, please ask me. 16th sentence. I feel good about myself and what I have accomplished to meet the demands of the change. Now, if you had used this lockdown period well in the and productively, you can tell about I feel good about myself the way things have turned up, and you feel nice about what all you accomplished in this lockdown, though things were difficult. If it has really happened like this, you have to type 5. If it has not really happened, you have to type 1, and in between you have to manage whatever is correct. It could be 4 2. 3 is not possible here at all. I feel good about myself and what I've accomplished to meet the demands of the change. Whatever the changes come, I have accepted it. I work towards it. That's the meaning of the sentence. Thank you, Samya, for understanding. Please let me know once everybody finishes. We'll go to the next part. Go through it, see if any changes has to be done. Read it once and twice. Thanks, Janvi. Anybody else? If you're still doing it, please write still doing. If you're finished, say completed. Otherwise, please type still doing. Continue, Akshaya, continue. Explain question number 3 and 24. Definitely, Shweta. Question number 3. Everything is up in air, but we are dealing with real issues. Everything is up in air is that it means to say that all things have gone above us or everything is being told like it's flying away. But we are dealing with real issues mean to tell about the particular problem that is there. We have to deal with that. You know, the whole thought of speaking about lockdown and pandemic, it is flown away on everybody's head. That means nobody's taking it seriously. And we have to deal with the real issues. That is existing. What are the problems that the lockdown, the pandemic brought? Example, grocery shops were not there, or necessities were not there, services were not there, hotels were not there. We have to deal with real issues. Is it true or is it not true for yourself? That's what it is. 24th question comes. I have really come a long way with this change. That means you adapted to changes, you worked with changes, you accepted it, you committed towards it, and you learned a lot of things during change. That means you have finished, understood, and carried on with your life and gone very far working towards what has been the necessary to do. That is the meaning of both the sentences. Shweta, I hope you understood what I told. Please let me know once you finish. All of you. Welcome, Shweta. How many people are still doing it? Please type if you're still doing. Continue, Sirisha. No issues. I see 57 participants, mentors and PPT coordinator would be 3 and me 4. So almost 53 people. Hope everybody is doing it. Hope we don't have people who just signed in and went away. Yesterday in the 6 to 8 sessions, only 10 and 12 people in 2 respective classes had attended with 2 trainers. That's not good. It is necessary for you people to attend and participate in the jam sessions. Analysis has to be given out. So today again, there's going to be 2 different trainers who are going to come in. Please kindly participate. Join sessions. Okay, I'll give you 1 more minute. Hopefully all of you can finish. Please let me know if you finished, if somebody is still doing. Okay, all of you done? Anybody still doing? If you're still doing, please type still doing, or I can continue further for the next one. Please type still doing if you're still doing it. Anybody? Anybody, please type if you're still doing it. Others will carry forward. Go forward, please. Kindly let me know. All of you still finished? Okay, any one of you can respond on the voice if you finished.
Go to next slide, sir, please.
Thank you so much, Chanakya. Okay, now I want you to write in the same, all of you used a paper to write, right? The market. So in the same paper, I'm going to call out question numbers. I'm going to call 4 series of numbers. I want you to write it, each one of them. The first series, I'm calling out the first series. Okay, I'm stopping the share for a minute. I'm going to call out series of numbers and I want you people to write down those series as it's been told. Okay, the first series goes like this: 1, 5, 9, 13, 17, 21. I repeat, 1, 5, 9, 13, 17, 21. Okay, the second series goes like 2, 6, 2, 6, 10, 14, 18, 22. 2, 6, 10, 14, 18, 22. Third series goes like 3, 7, 11, 15, 19, 23. 3, 7, 11, 15, 19, 23. Fourth series goes like 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. I've typed the series. Please type along and count the marks the way that question number series has been given. For example, the first series, the marks on 1, 5, 9, 13, 17, 21 should be written separately. So please do it. Hope all of you understood what I'm telling. You'll have to count the marks of each one of them. For example, the first series, you'll have to count the marks of what you've written for 1, what you've written for 5, fifth question, what you've written for the 9th question, what you've written for the 13th question, what you've written for the 17th question, what you've written for the 21st question. Please put all of them together, type and write it, keep the marks alive. I want 4 set of marks then. Understood? Any doubt? All of you understood? For the first series, question number 1, question number 5, question number 9, question number 13, question number 17, question number 21. For whatever marks you are awarded for that, you'll have to type, add and put it on the end. So you'll have 4 numbers as answers. All of you done? The first series is called defensive. Second series is called resistant. Third is called inquisitive. Fourth is called commitment. Write that names next to it. Your numbers. Janvi, please check your questions again. 20, 16, 26, 26 doesn't sound nice to me. So check the questions again, understand them and mark or count properly. Check that. I'm sure it could not be 20. Please check. You want to see the questions again? All of you done? Anybody still doing? Hope all of you done. I'm going to call some names. I want you to tell your numbers and we will look at the possibility of analysis. Preeti Vaishnavi, are you there? Preeti Vaishnavi, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Could you read out your numbers?
Yes, sir. 19, 19, 21, and 17.
19, 19, 21 and
17.
17. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Aisha, are you there? 402 Aisha, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Would you please read out your numbers?
So 19, 19, 20, 21, 20.
Sorry?
19,
Okay.
19, 18,
19, 18, 21.
9.
Last one.
9.
Last one is 9.
Yes, sir.
No, there is a problem there. You'll have to recheck your questions or the answers.
Okay, okay, sir.
Just recheck. Ravi Teja, are you there? 471 Ravi Teja, are you there? Pranay, are you there? 408. Pranay, 408. Jagat Sai, 406.
Yes, sir.
Can you please tell me your numbers?
12, 15, 21, 22.
12, 15, 21.
22.
Thank you, Jagat Sai.
Thank you, sir.
Yashwant, are you there? Gayatri. $49 Gayatri. $43 Uday. Udit. $404 Ramu Gaud.
Yes, sir.
Would you please tell the numbers?
19, 19, 18, 21.
Thank you. Vidya, 4U2. Vidya, 4U2. So it's the same problem in this classroom always. No response, no speaking, people are not there. They log in, they go out. I don't understand what is the use of having 2 faculty members, 1 PPT coordinators. We sit here, we do this, but students just log in and go away. All of you, please switch on your videos. Keep your voice mute and switch on your videos, please. People, switch on your videos. I just see 2 videos. Switch on your videos, please. Rohan, are you there? Rohan, 4V0, are you there? Okay, I'm going to call everybody's name exactly 3 times. I'm asking people to switch on the videos. I'm going to call each one of you name 3 times. If there's no response, I'm going to remove from the group. Rohan, and ma'am, please don't allow anybody, don't admit anybody if they're going to come back.
Yes,
Rohan,
sir.
Rohan, 4V not. Rohan, 4V not. Janavi, please switch on your video. Srilata, 467. Are you there? Srilata, 467. Srilata,
Yes, sir. Yes,
switch on
sir.
the video.
Okay, sir.
Shweta, 42. Shweta, are you there? 42. Preeti Vaishnavi. 4R1, switch on the video. 4R1. 4R1. Four 6-3. 4-6-3. 4-6-3. You people are waiting for you to individually call your names. Shut up. 405. 405, Shraddha.
Yes, sir.
Were you able to hear what I was telling, Shraddha?
Yes, sir.
Tarun, 4v5. Tarun, 4v5. Ravi Teja, mute your audios, please. All of you mute your audios and keep your videos on. Ravi Teja. Keep your videos, don't go out of videos. Mute your audios and keep there. Cyril Raj. Cyril Raj, you there? Cyril Raj, are you there? Cyril Raj,
Yes, sir.
switch on your video.
I'm actually out of data, so my Wi-Fi is on. So if I turn on the video, the streaming rate is very low.
It's okay. I don't want to speak. I don't want to do anything else. Just switch on the video for some time.
Okay, sir.
4G0. Who's this? 4G0.
Abhinav, sir.
Abhinav, are you there? Abhinav? Abhinav, are you there? Okay, all of you keep your audios muted. Vidya, 4U2. Vidya, 4U2. Sindhuja, 4R7. Sindhuja. Sindhuja. Vidya. Vidya, 4U2. Satish, 4U1. Yashwant, Satish.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Switch on your video, Yashwant.
Yes.
Video, Satish, switch on the video. Yashwant. Udit. Udit. Ramya, 4T7. Ramya, 4T7. Sai Krishna, 4T1. Sai Krishna. Ramya. Shweta. Shweta, 403. Shweta 403. Shweta.
Sir, my back is working, so my front cam is not working.
Okay, switch on the back cam, it's fine.
Okay, sir.
Satish 4U1. Kavya 4U9. Kavya 4U9. Kavya. Nagaraju. Kavya. Nagaraju. Nagaraju, I don't see you. So we have 39 people amongst the 59 who are there. This is seriously atrocious, man. I don't know. They're insulting us a lot. Your management is asking too many things. This is seriously insulting. And I am not being so much paid that I should get insulted like this. And I don't think so I should come to your college to get insulted like this. Really, this is very bad. And I request the faculties to make a note of this numbers who are present here. And those are the only 2 people who are going to come to the class tomorrow. Others, I don't want them to come. You can mark them after, you can throw them out. Please, I don't want others to come. And make a note of the people who are present here today who did not answer. Let them go out. Please make it a note. And thankfully, the recording is happening. I will definitely report this to the AD3 office. And I am sorry that you people will be called, but it is no mistake. I will tell you that it's not a mistake. We are unable to avoid this, but this is being bad. And this is the only classroom it's happening. I'm very sorry to say it is only happening in classroom 5 and 6, EC 5 and 6. All trainers complained about EC. Every trainer complained about electronics and communication. Technical trainers complained about electronics and communication. Soft skills trainers have complained about electronics and communication. And electronics and communication has got very least presence in 8 classes. We sit to 6 to 8 o'clock without doing anything, 8.5 hours of work, but still this is the gratitude that's being shown. I feel stupid of myself to keep telling these things. It is not correct. And if people don't want to do, don't come. That's the only thing. If you're bothered about just marking your attendance and sitting over there, it really is very bad. You're insulting your teachers, you're insulting your trainers who's treating something to you. Okay, this is what we're going to do tomorrow. If you don't have a bandwidth, if you don't have this recharge for this, I don't care. We are going to keep the videos open from tomorrow, and all of you going to keep the audios mute. I don't want blank screens to be seen. Please keep the videos on. Or tomorrow I will log in, and if I don't see these things, exactly 20 minutes I'll log off. And anybody calls me, I am not going to reply unless and until AD3 calls me and asks, I'll tell about, I don't want to come to this class to get insulted. And I mean it. I definitely mean it. Asif, thank you. Tell that guy to stay away. We are not playing games here. Okay, I am going to display a screen. I'm going to display what we spoke about it. I'm going to do the least minimum things that are supposed to be done in the class, finish my job and go away. I am tired of speaking in the class. This is what it means on your high scores. This is the first thing, that slide we have to see. What is defensive? What is resistance? What is inquisitive? What is commitment? Any high range. Are you able to see this? Able to see this, people? Somebody reply. Okay. Defensive, resistance, inquisitive, and commitment. High range of all these things. So over 15 is high range, over 19 is high range, over 22 is high range, over 22 is high range. Now, high range with inquisitive and commitment is okay. High range with defensive and resistance is not okay. What each one of this means, what is defensive, what is inquisitive, what is resistance, what is commitment. This is how it is going to be. So having a high range on defensive means you did not acknowledge the change. You're not worrying about the personal effects that is bringing on the change, and you see this change very temporary. Having a high resistance, high on commitment, please don't allow anybody into the room, ma'am. Unless it's a coordinator, don't allow anybody into the room. Scoring high on commitment means you accepted the change as permanent. You understand that things are going to be for this, that you'd have efforts to change yourself. You're feeling comfortable with the change. That is what is the meaning of this high commitment. I'm going to leave the screen for some time. Please read it. This notes will be shared along with the questionnaire, and this information will be shared along with the assessment and the PPT. Everything will be shared to you. The stories will be shared to you. We will share it on the chief coordinator will share it to your coordinators, and they'll share it to you by maximum tomorrow morning. You'll get this notes. Again, if necessary, if possible, please spare a little time to go through the questionnaires again and solve them and find these answers how to do better. Please do it again when it's necessary. I'll give you say about 3-4 minutes to have a look at this. Then we'll go on to the next topic called ordering of sentences. Pratyusha, you there? Pratyusha Rao. Shall I stop the share? Somebody reply, please. Can we stop the share? All taken down, all noted?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, there we end by with change management. This notes will be shared to you by evening or early morning tomorrow. The next topic that we're going to go in is called ordering of sentences. Ordering of sentences was previously called as parajumbles. It is a regular thing in your written test that goes on. So the ordering of sentences will be having say about 1 or 2 marks that will be given out. It is I am going to share some PPTs, there we will see. Just give me a minute. Okay, this is also called as parajumbles. I told this before. Now we're going to, I'll run the slides for some time. If time permits, we'll finish off the slides, or we will wait, continue it in the next day, that is on Monday. Now I have some questions to know here. Ordering of letters, it is called, where the letters in a particular word has been misplaced. It is not in a right order. You'll have to put in a right order. So please go through this. Don't use your Google, don't use your phone. See this and find out what is the word. Take your time, no hurry. What is the word? Okay, the first word, somebody is writing keyword Akhil. Unfortunately, we don't have a D. Janavi, wonderful. New York is the answer. Let's look at the second one. Third is plumber. Good, Bhavna. Third is plumber. Second. Okay, we'll go with a clue. It will be easier to find. Sorry, this will be easier to find. The first is a city, New York. Second is country. Which one? Type the answers. Which country is that? Russia, correct. Russia and tongue. Good then. So that's the answers. New York, Russia, plumber,
Russia.
and tongue. Okay, done. Let's go to the second set. You want a clue? Anybody wants a clue? Okay, I'll give a clue. It's easier to find after the clue. Lady's finger it is. Ask if what vehicle. You should tell me what is a vehicle. Answers anybody? Helicopter, correct. What is the sixth one? Nobody's written a sixth one. Cheetah it is. Exactly correct. So it is lady's finger, cheetah, basketball, and helicopter. Okay. So this was the words. Now we go with words. That is in a sentence, misplaced words. Take your time, go slow, think about it, answer. Evening watch television, parents in the year do. Type the answer, please. Do your parents watch television in the evening? That's nice. Correct. Good, Janvi. Do your parents watch television in the evening? Yes, Akhil, ready. Correct. Go for the second one. Second one. Yes, Shweta. You raise your hand for something. Shweta, what do you want to ask? Okay, stop worrying about making mistakes. It's okay. Type it. Don't Google it. Type it. Let's see. If not the second, go for the third. Jeremy takes the bus 8 o'clock always on Monday mornings. No, Janvi, it doesn't look like English. If you keep staring at the screen, nothing will happen. You'll have to write something and check. Monday morning takes bus. Okay, Monday mornings takes o'clock bus 8 Jeremy the always. Oh my God. Ben, could you bring bread? Jeremy always bring the bread to the dining. Guys, you're typing all things wrong. Just check properly. Ben, could you please bring the bread to the room? No, sorry, Tapasvi, that's wrong. Jeremy always takes 8 o'clock bus on Monday mornings. Okay, let's check. Let's wait. I don't want to comment on this. Jeremy always takes the bus 8 o'clock on Monday mornings. Doesn't make sense. Ben, could you please bring the bread to the dining? No, not correct. Bhavna. On Monday mornings, Jeremy takes the bus always 8 o'clock. Doesn't make sense. Okay, one clue I can give is that the noun is always in the end. Name of a person always comes in the noun is always in the beginning. Name of the person always comes in the beginning. So you have to speak about the person. Jeremy is going to be the first word. It is always a what and a when. That's a clue. It's always a what and a when. Lovely, Bal Pravita. Jeremy always takes 8 o'clock bus on Monday mornings. Okay, I'll go with the answers. I'm going to show the answers. Do your parents watch television in the evening? Jeremy always takes 8 o'clock bus on Monday mornings. Ben, could you bring the bread to the dining room, please? The request is always in the end. The please is always in the end. Kindly bring me the book, please. Answer the attendance, please. Please answer the attendance. Please bring the book. Please help me is not wrong, not correct. Help me, please is correct. All other things we're doing is called Indianism. We are speaking India's way of English. Just because the English people ruled us for almost close to 200 years, we are spoiling and killing their language by speaking their English in a very different, difficult, bad way. Okay, every day we speak English in such a way that Britishers are committing suicide. So please be careful about what to be coming. The request is always in the end. So Ben, could you bring the bread to the dining room, please? That is how the answer is. Okay, I'll go on to the next sentence. Next slide, it only speaks about what is the ordering of sentences. Ordering of sentences, double sentences in a given paragraph. The sentences are not in the right order. We have to untie them and arrange in a logical sentence. It is called arrange things in a logical sentence. That is the meaning. Now, I'm going to give 3 strategies only about this. How we're going to use them, we'll check it out. Okay. The first part, search for an independent sentence. You have to search for a sentence where a noun or an introduction of something has happened. For example, articles always comes in the introduction sentence. When we speak about something, when a person is being introduced in a topic, if we're going to speak about freedom fighters, then a person who's a freedom fighter will be introduced and that man's name comes from the beginning. So whichever sentence is the beginning of the whole paragraph is called as an independent sentence. So you'll have to identify this kind of sentences to make it the first sentence. As we go through examples, you'll understand better. Second, we have to identify mandatory pairs. What are mandatory pairs? I've listed 2 things over there. Every general thing will have a specific thing. For example, you speak the general first and then specific. A lot of people from India were freedom fighters, and then we speak about who are the freedom fighters. So here we are going to mention about who is general, who's specific. After the noun comes a pronoun. After the full form comes the abbreviation. When I'm speaking about your college, I'll have to call it Guru Nanak Institute of Technical Campus. Then you see about, then in the subsequent sentences I use, I'll be telling GNITC. I can't tell GNITC and then speak about Guru Nanak Institute of Technical Campus. Same ways, for an answer, there should be a question first. For a solution, there should be a problem first. So whenever you see in the sentence, it should be the question that should be formed. Below the question will be the answer that will be there. It cannot be vice versa. The last one is very important, supporting and contradicting statements. We always have supporting statements first, contradicting statements later. Now, I have also written some examples of what are supporting words, what are contradicting words. Now, for example, in here we have moreover, also, and, likewise, similarly, in addition to, so far, and, because, furthermore, therefore, as a result. Now, whenever I use a word called because, I'll be explaining the first part of the sentence in the second part. So I speak about the first part of sentence, right, because, and explain about this sentence to this one. So it will be like, I had to go there because he was waiting for me for a long time. Now I am explaining why I did it for the first part. So it is a supporting word. And or I was hungry. Moreover, the TV was showing me cookery show. Okay, so obviously my hunger is going to increase. Or I am doing engineering. Similarly, my cousin is also doing it. Okay, so we all were attending online classes. Therefore, it was a huge torture by the trainer every day. See there, it is there. The trainer wanted to make sure that the students were listening. As a result of calling people's name, the trainer understood the students were never there. So you use supporting words over there. Supporting words come before, contradicting words come later. Example, there were a lot of people waiting in the queue. On the other hand, many of them did not bother to find why they were doing so. There are two words given over there if you have to observe, despite and in spite of. Both mean the same thing, but only thing is when you write despite, you don't write off there. When you write in spite, you have to write definitely off. Both have the same thing. Despite being warned, please attend the class regularly, students were bunking the classes. In spite of the warning given to them, the students were still bunking classes. So both mean the same way. It has to change. Okay. The classes were scheduled from 9 to 4:30. However, the students were still joining late to the classes. So how we use a contradicting words matters. Now, she is ugly but nice. We are speaking about two different words. That is the first and the second part of the sentences. In between, the contradicting words will be opposite to each other. That is how it's going to be. Now, going further a little more to the next sentence, I have a paragraph given here. In this paragraph, there are 6 sentences. You have to identify and tell me what is the answer. So use the strategies given and tell me what is an independent sentence and what is the answer. Please give me the answer. Tell me it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one is the answer? Take your time and give the answer, please. We have 2 2s and Shirisha is telling 4. Pujita is telling 2. Only Shirisha is telling 4. Everybody is telling 2. Okay, let us understand this answer. Now here we have The first part of this question that we have to understand is that in this, 1 second, please. Okay. Now, Roger Federer is the greatest tennis player of all time is a individual statement because we're introducing a character. Since it is an individual statement, third option and fourth option are dead. Only 1 and 2 remain. Second, after introducing Roger Federer, we have to introduce what is his character. Ambidextrous means anything a person can, whatever he can do is in his right hand, he can do always also in his left hand. Doing with both hands doesn't mean ambidextrous. Doing with the right hand can also be done with the left hand. Now they say Roger Federer is ambidextrous. So A and C has to be together. After A should come C. Now which option has got after A come C? Second option. We don't have to look at anything else, directly go for the answer. But let me continue with the answer. A, C together. Then if you also see B and F are mandatory pairs, where he's telling his favorite surface is grass and his favorite tournament. So favorite tournament and grass has become mandatory pairs. B and F should be together. And also F starts with an contradicting statement. So B and F, supporting statement, B and F came. So B and F would be there. Next part comes about is that it is going to be D and E. He can play forehand with his right hand as well as left hand, but he can play the backhand only with his right hand. So D and E should be coming together. Where do we see E and D? Now here we're going to see AC, DE, BF. Done. So that will be the answer. This is the best way of finding it. I'm going to the second question to give the second one again. Let's see if you can solve that too. Okay, this is the answer. Second question. Please solve this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which option? Akhil Reddy says 2. Sirisha says 3. Soumya says 3. Srilata says 3. Bhavna says 3. Jahnavi says 3. Tapasvi says 3. Akshaya says 3. Okay, let us see. Now, the individual statement here is definitely E, and we have only 2 choices. That is 2 and 3. Now, if King Midas was a greedy king, obviously we'll have to introduce what he was doing. So, next will be, even though he was rich, he always craved for more and more. So, he's greedy. So, E, B should come together. Obviously, the answer is 3. Nothing else to look about it. So, after EB, we will have, one day he called his court magician, then we have to speak about what the court magician did. The court magician said, Your Majesty. So, D and F will come together. After that, after F, A will come because the court magician is telling what he will do and then what King Midas did. So, obviously, it comes in a way where we're going to speak about EB, DF, AC. Okay, so this is how this is done. These kind of, there are 2 kinds of parajumbles or ordering of sentences. One is called as rooted parajumble. Second is called floating parajumble. Rooted and floating parajumbles. We'll go to in detail for it the next class. I will stop this share, and if there's any doubt, you people can ask me with respect to change management or with respect to ordering of sentences. You can mute your, you can close your videos. That's fine. Thank you very much. Please tell me if there is any doubt that you people have, you want to ask me. Please ask it here now. You can stop your videos. Thank you for that. You can stop your videos. No issues. Anybody, any doubt, please ask. The rest of it, I don't want to go on over there because we'll have to continue day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, we'll be solving the next 2 slides, which has got examples of ordering of sentences. Then we'll go to the questionnaire that is there. There are level 1, level 2, level 3 questionnaires. You'll be solving it in the class. Then we'll discuss the answers. And in the end of the day, your notes will be given. And also, there's a test that will be conducted between 6 and 8 on Monday. And I request you people to join the evening class and participate in the jam session. People who already spoke can join, but they don't have to speak. People who have not spoken will be the one who will be asked to speak. So please join the classes. You're already been checked out, and 83 is mentioning completely extensively that these are the non-participative classes. Unfortunately, please don't bring bad name to your faculties and your head of departments. Please join and do the necessities. Any doubt, anything you can ask with respect to whatever you want, you can ask. If it is related to the subject, I'll answer. If not, we will answer it later. If it is related to subject, I'll definitely answer it now. Please ask any doubts if you have. Any doubts, anybody, people? Please ask. Whatever the doubt, it's okay. There's nothing called silly. There's nothing called stupid questions. So please ask. No doubts at all? Nothing? Well then, Aparna ma'am, thank you very much. Faculty ma'am, thanks a lot. And thank you to all who participated. Thank you very much. I'll end the session if there's nothing else. Hopefully we'll have a better Sunday. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, people. Thanks a lot,
Thank you,
students.
sir.
Thank you.